Adamawa 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
It's 3 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Michael Akintunde with Adaba News at 3. In the news, Buhari returns to Nigeria after 8 days visit to Saudi Arabia. Adamawa Governor of Finitri orders get certificate of return. Victor Osimhen rivals Obafemi Martins' UEFA record.
This is the news.
The federal government is set to establish a National Council of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs for Sustainable National Development. The Minister in charge of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, George Akume, made the revelation at the ongoing 3-day Stakeholders Conference on Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs in Abuja. The minister said if established, the National Council would be the highest policy advisory body to the nation on issues of special duties and intergovernmental affairs. He noted that the absence of a critical structure or vehicle of mobilization of stakeholders for prompt action has hindered the pace of the ministry in discharging its activities. President Muhammad Buhari has returned to Abuja after an 8-day official visit to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Buhari had performed the Umrah, Lesser Hajj, while he was there. The president departed Saudi Arabia via King Abdulaziz International Airport, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, today. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo presided over this week's Federal Executive Council meeting at the council chambers of the Presidential Villa in Abuja. The meeting began at 10:03 a.m. after opening prayers by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, and the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, the President Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, and Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemieson, were present at the meeting. Also present were the Ministers of Interior, Aruf Aragbeshola, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, Science and Technology, Olorunimbe Mamura, Finance, Zainab Ahmed, Agriculture, Mohammed Abubakar, Health, Dr. Sage Henry, Information, Lai Mohammed, and Sports, Sunday Diary. This is the second consecutive time Osinbajo is presiding over the meeting in Buhari's absence. The Independent National Electoral Commission says the Adamawa State Governor-elect Ahmadu Finitri and his deputy are to receive their certificates of return today. INEC disclosed these on its Twitter handle. The presentation is scheduled for 3 p.m. INEC says this comes after the conclusion of the supplementary elections nationwide and the declaration of winners. Members of the National Assembly elect, that is, senators and House of Representatives, received their certificates from 11 a.m. Members of State House of Assembly elect were told to contact INEC state offices for their certificates.
Because we know at some point that the APC candidate had to rush to the court to seek an injunction to derail the process. But of course, we saw how that pans out. So I think for me, it is victory for democracy and also to show that Nigeria is truly ready to consolidate all of this that has taken us more than 23 years to get to where we are today. But I thought it just shouldn't stop here. There have been a lot of calls from different quarters because what happened is capable of truncating our democracy.
On Tuesday, the returning officer for the Adamawa State governorship election, Professor Ahmed Meli, declared Governor Ahmadu Finitri the winner of the state governorship poll. Meanwhile, the program's manager, Election Yaga Africa, Paul James, has called for the arrest of anyone found culpable in what he described as threat to democracy in the Adamawa supplementary polls. James was speaking with newsmen on Wednesday. With various court cases springing off from the election, Paul James asked stakeholders to play their parts in restoring the dignity of the democratic process. You're listening to Adaba News at 3 on 88.9 FM, our career transmitting from Ilaramokin. After the break, Osimhen rivals of Buffy Martin's UFO record. Stay with us. We'll be back again.
The Africa College of Agriculture.
Everybody, oh yeah, denki, kebulo. Denki, wire. Denki. Now so, the only thing with denki sabi na wire and cable. Of the company where they manufacture wire and cable for Nigeria, denki na number one. No wonder we electrical contractors they recommend denki wire and cable. Now then choice denki. Now good member of Cable Manufacturers Association of Nigeria with a government endorsement plus including Boku Award with them carry. My friend, if you they talk wire and cable, they talk denki for surface cable, control cables, armor cable, if na overhead conductor, single core cable plus including multiple core cable. Na denki they do quality and reliable. Then factory address na Olufo area, kilometer 1, Akura Ife Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 091-6385-5995. Website na www.denkiwire.com. They need distributors nationwide. Denki, let there be light. Everybody, oh yeah, denki, kebulo. Denki, wire. Denki. Now so, the only thing with denki sabi na wire and cable. Of the company where they manufacture wire and cable for Nigeria, denki na number one. No wonder we electrical contractors they recommend denki wire and cable. Now then choice denki. Now good member of Cable Manufacturers Association of Nigeria with a government endorsement plus including Boku Award with them carry. My friend, if you they talk wire and cable, they talk denki for surface cable, control cables, armor cable, if na overhead conductor, single core cable plus including multiple core cable. Na denki they do quality and reliable. Then factory address na Olufo area, kilometer 1, Akura Ife Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 091-6385-5995. Website na www.denkiwire.com. They need distributors nationwide. Denki, let there be light. Everybody, oh yeah.
On Adaba 88.9 FM.
Glad to know you're still there for news updates and live streaming. Visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/AdabaFM80.9 or follow us on Instagram at Adaba889FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel on Adaba88.9 FM TV. The governing board of the Nigerian Immigration Service has served a retirement notice to the Acting Controller General of the Service, Issa Idris, effective on or before April 24, 2023. The board cited the expiration of the one-year extension of service granted by President Muhammadu Buhari. It directed the CGI to hand over to the most senior Deputy Controller General. Idris was appointed in acting capacity just before his retirement in April 2022. Some reports had indicated that Jerry secured another extension ahead of the expiration of his initial one-year tenure extension, which lapses on April 24, 2023. And police in Nasarawa State have confirmed the kidnap of the official driver of the state's deputy governor, Dr. Emmanuel Akabe. Daniel Ogoshi was taken from the residence of his friend around 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday, leaving his phone and car behind. The police public relations officer in the state, DSP Rahman Nansel, also confirmed the incident and said that the police were on top of the matter. Napoli forward Victor Osimhen equaled the most goals by a Nigerian player in a single UEFA Champions League season after netting a Napoli's 1-1 draw with AC Milan on Tuesday night. Osimhen's goal was a mere consolation for Napoli, who were knocked out 2-1 on aggregate by the Rossoneri. The 24-year-old has now shared the record with former Inter Milan striker Bafemi Martins, who scored 5 goals for the Nerazzurri in the 2004-2005 season. Napoli will now shift their attention to the league following their elimination from the UEFA Champions League. To end at the news at 3, a recap of our top stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has departed Saudi Arabia for Abuja after spending 8 days in the country. INEC will issue certificates of return to Adamawa State Governor-elect Finitri and his deputy today. We told you the Napoli forward Victor Osimhen has now equaled the record by former Inter Milan striker Obafemi Martins for most goals by a Nigerian player in a single UEFA Champions League season. Martins scored 5 goals for the Nerazzurri in the 2004-2005 season. And that's Adaba News at 3. Editor Titilokwe Adegolu. My name is Michael Akintone. Good afternoon.